You grew up that dog. Hi, Jamie. Merry Christmas, girl. You guys, the dog has decided she's barking no matter what. How are you, girl? How is everyone? You know what? Put her upstairs with the. Hey, babe, put her upstairs. So, how are you? What's going on? I am making some last minute Christmas gifts. Guys, I have, yeah. Hey, Carla. Merry Christmas. So, you guys, I sorry that I had all the best laid plans and intentions of crafting along with you since my last video, and I had a flu relapse. You guys, it kicked my butt. It kicked my butt. The cough is still not gone. You know, I did that craft retreat with my daughter. Oh, so I'm taking apart some neckties. I'm going to make a couple gift bags. That's what I'm going to do. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. I'm going to make some gift bags, and because I have a couple of, you guys, Christmas this year for me, I fell off the wagon of Christmas. I just didn't get it together. I just did not get it together. It was not good. Sorry, you guys. Because I can't see the chat unless I bring it up better. You had a time too, girl. I get it. I'm just telling you, you guys, the flu kicked my butt. I had it the first time. I think I want to say I had it for almost 8 weeks, and it really, and then I was well. And then I went and did that craft fair with my daughter. Remember I told you her little school has like this Christmas fair. And you know what, you guys, last year I didn't do it because I was working, right? And her class is going on a big trip at the end of the year, and the kids have to raise their own money. So they gave them raise part of their funds. It's like they're going to Scotland and Ireland for 2 weeks, which is an amazing opportunity, right? So, but you guys, I felt so terrible. I was like, it was, yeah. So I went and did that craft fair with her, and I guess I got reinfected. You know, I got it again. And you guys, that flu was a butt kicker. I still have the cough. It has not totally gone away. But you guys, I was coughing so much that I could not have even made a video. I mean, I'm telling you, I was having these it was so ridiculous. So I have literally done very little since I made a couple of things, but not a lot. And I've literally done very, very, very little. And yeah, I've done very little. So needless to say, I did make a Christmas tree skirt. And then that I'll show you part of the second one. And I did go ahead and made a Christmas tree skirt out of these neckties, and for one of my daughters, and the other two would like one too. But guys, I have the stuff, but I just didn't even get it together to do it. So you pulled out kinda, but it wasn't easy. Oh, good. Yeah. So Carla, how was your holiday? I want to hear. I mean, you know, ours is so low key. We're having steak, you guys. No big Christmas dinner. We took like a little family vote here, and we're having steak and asparagus and green beans, and I'm gonna make some roasted potatoes for Miss Sage. But other than that, and I made a cheesecake last night. You guys, it's as good as it's gotten. What? Yeah, go for it. Yeah. You feel like you're getting sick? Oh, girl, take your vitamins. My sister was like on me. She goes, you know what? I think that the reason you didn't get sick all that time. I mean, I would get sick occasionally in Hawaii, but not much. She said it was for the vitamin D and K. So she sent me some vitamins, you guys. I'm telling you. Guys, I didn't even decorate my Christmas tree. Okay. We put it up and I didn't even decorate it. It is barely put up, and that is it. So I'm just taking the lining out of this tie and I'm gonna sew into a couple little gift bags. You girls, I'm sorry. So tell me good stuff. I want to hear good stuff. You guys, but that's where I've been. I had the best laid plans to come and hang out with you guys, and I have all these crafting projects that are kind of partial, but you guys, I did not feel well enough to do anything. I was so not good. So yeah. So yeah, thanks guys. So tell me what you guys are doing. I want to hear. I got to hear. Your Christmas was with your family dinner. Ah, you had traditional Portuguese what? Let me see. Guys, it's like I can't, for whatever reason, the chat is different. You had traditional Portuguese cod. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, Jamie, you got to take care of yourself. I'm telling you, for myself, it was like I don't know if I've been that sick in a really, really long time. I got so sick that I didn't mail out. I couldn't even go to the post office, you guys. So from the last live sale I had and all the people that messaged me after the sale and bought stuff, I finally was well enough to go to the post office like last week, and it was not great. So anyway, so I'm taking these little ties apart. I'm going to make some gift bags. I'm supposed to go. I may not do it tonight, but I'm supposed to go and you guys see all my stuff, like my cream cheese box, because I was making journals, you guys. This is my dining room table setup. My craft room is upstairs, but I can't. Dragging my sewing machine up and down was just not on my agenda. You know what I mean? Dragging my sewing machine. I didn't, you guys. I felt so bad. So I got my little ironing station. I'm doing it on the dining room table. This has got one of those crazy dining room table pads because this dining room table belonged to Blake's grandma, one of his grandmothers. And you know what, from living in Hawaii where I had like no space to really craft to having space is amazing. But put it this way, I've kind of like usurped our dining room. Primarily because dragging everything up and down the stairs is like, yeah. But hopefully I'll get it all set up soon. So, hey Malia, Merry Christmas. How are you, girl? How are you guys feeling? How's Miss Lil? Merry Christmas to Lily and Vera May and Brian, and to you, Malia, too. But you guys, I didn't even get up early today. I got up like at 10 o'clock. I did manage to make a Christmas cheesecake. Okay, I made that last night, and I made chicken parm. You guys, the saving grace for me is eating keto is I'm hardly hungry, so eating once a day is good enough. So, or twice a day, maybe sometimes, depending upon. So there's not a lot of it. There hasn't even been a lot of cooking going on here. Yeah, I have a box to send to you, Malia, for the girls. I did not get it together. You guys, I did not get it together. You guys, this is how bad it was, okay? So aside from me getting Seisha the Christmas presents, my oldest daughter and her husband, they left. They were here for a while and they left. They're in Panama right now, which is awesome for them. I'm just taking the lining out because I don't know if you can see it, but I'm taking the lining out of this tie because the largest pieces of the fabric are right at the point, and I want to iron it, and then I think that one's going to be my part of my gift bag. So you guys Malia, did the girls have a good morning? Gone are the days, you guys, that my kid, when you don't have babies, they don't get up so early anymore. So Yeah. So my oldest daughter and her husband, they travel. They don't really, they don't really want anything, and anything they do want, they get themselves. They pick a place and go live there for 6 months or a year, and then pick another place and go, because they both work online. So it's super good for them. But my middle daughter, I said, I'd rather get you something you want. And she sent me some pictures. She said, I want a new purse. And because I told you guys that after she had COVID, and from that, she got diabetes, type 1 diabetes. She was never, ever predisposed to diabetes at all. And yeah, her pancreas does not function after her getting sick. And she was the one that I told you guys was in the hospital. Like, her husband found her on the floor basically in a diabetic coma. That was before she even knew she was diabetic, right? So she wanted some purses. She said, the reason I even share that with you is that she was like, I need a purse, because now she's a type 1 diabetic, is totally insulin dependent. And she says, whereas before she carried the tiniest purse, she needed one for all of her stuff, like her blood sugar thing and all that stuff. So I said, pick it out and send me links. And she sent me some links. And then I said to her, what did she want? What did her sweet husband want? And she said, he's a chess player, so he's really into some chess guy. And she sent me some links to some books he might like. Girls, that was the extent of my Christmas shopping. Is that terrible? Is that like so bad? I asked the one that's still at home at 17, I said, what do you want? And she said she wanted some t-shirts from some people, like some merchandise from some people that she likes to follow on social media. I said, send me the links. So she sent me the links to her t-shirt stuff. And that, you guys, aside from that, has been it. I didn't even, usually I always send my sister something. Guys, I was so ill, I didn't even get to it. So you guys take good care of yourselves. So tell me what you guys are having for Christmas dinner. We're having steak, I told you. Guys, the one thing about some old ties is that, they're really old. The linings are, can you see how thin they are? They're super thin. I mean, you can reuse them if you want to. I could probably use them in junk journaling or something like that, but I just want to take apart I want to be able to iron it and use the fabric. So, you guys, I had all the best laid plans. I was going to make some like little, like some combined, like kind of the mixed media version of clothing, like a whole bunch of pieced together sweatshirts and stuff like that I was going to make. Guys, I didn't do any of it. I have piles of things sitting right next to my sewing machine with all the best intentions, and I did not do any of it. Did not. The one thing about ironing these is you probably want to put a press cloth between them if you were going to make them into a garment or something. But since I'm just making it into a gift bag, I'm not so, but you never know. A lot of ties are silk, so you want to put, a pressing cloth or a towel, a dish towel or something between them. You're not making dinner, girl? You've been through so much. If I was there, I'd make you some dinner, but I'm telling you, we're not. I didn't. I feel a little bad because, it's probably, it's my high schoolers. It's her. She's a junior in high school, and these are all her fond Christmas memories, right? But we did watch some really bad movies, and she and I watched some bad Christmas movies the other day, and hung out. But you guys, I don't know. Next year I'll be more festive. Next year I will definitely be more festive. Oh my gosh, this thread is the hardest thread I've ever had to try and get out. I mean, it's not. Hey, Lynn, Merry Christmas. Lynn always has. What do you guys have? The seven. Lynn always has seafood. And don't you guys do it Christmas Eve? Isn't that. Lynn's Italian, so she does the whole seven. What is it called, Lynn? I can't remember. It always sounds good. She always sends me like pictures of her of what they did, and it always looks amazing and sounds like amazing to have. Getting all these threads out is a pain in the bahonka. You got the flu for Christmas? The Feast of the Seven Fishes. I'm sorry, Lynn. I've had it too, and it kicked my butt. I mean, it was like, it was the cough. It was the cough and how debilitating that coughing thing makes you feel. That was just horrible. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate it, you guys. All right, I'm failing fast at getting the threads out of this. I may just. You guys, when I had a jewelry business, I used to make all the packaging. How dumb was that? But it wasn't, I guess, it wasn't so dumb. On the mainland, when I lived on the mainland, I could go down and get anything. But once I moved to Hawaii, it became like, and Amazon was not really what Amazon is now then. So a lot of things wouldn't ship to Hawaii. And I used to do art fairs every weekend, like where you're selling your stuff in a hotel or selling your stuff in a hotel or in an outdoor market or whatever, and you go set up. Guys, I used to sew. I was thinking about it. If I can find some of them, I don't even know if I have any of them. I would sew. I can't even tell you, hundreds of gift bags. You didn't take Tamiflu? You know what? This whatever I had, everybody got it around here. Everybody. Ran into the postman or the post lady, and she was like down with it. And I had it. I got it twice, you guys. I had it, and then when I was great until I went and did the school fair. And let's face it, there were like a lot of little kids there. Like kindergarten, pre-K, and kindergarten. There were tons of them, and let's. Don't you remember when your kids were little and they were and you were had when you would get a note from school, they would say, "Oh, somebody in the class has strep throat," and then everybody would get it, or somebody has chicken pox, and then everybody would get it. Well, I think that's what it was like there. You did the school Christmas party last Wednesday. Yeah, you probably got it from there, Lynn. It's where I got mine. Everybody say, "Hey!" Thanks for the thumbs up. So, you guys are getting my last minute Christmas. You guys, after doing that craft fair with her, it was so funny because I used to do that for myself, but with jewelry. I mean, she did make some jewelry. If next time I live stream, I'll show you guys some of the stuff she made. She made her sister got her a UV resin light, and is a really small, really cool, cute little UV resin light. And she made all these resin earrings, and they came out beautiful. And then I used one of our tag die cuts and made product packaging tags, like from cereal boxes and stuff. And then she hung the earrings on it, and it was really cute. But I have to tell you guys, so she was there with me when we did these fairs, or maybe she would be home with one of her sisters or whatever, or at a friend's house or whatever. But I did them every weekend, you guys. It was ridiculous. So set up and clean up. And some of them were on the other side of the island, so you had to get there super early. Like you had to be, if you wanted to do what we called the swap meet there, you had to like, we lived on the other side of the island, so we'd have to leave our house like by 5 a.m. in order to get over there to set up by the time the parameters of what they wanted. And she was like, she used to do it with us when she was little, but I guess she didn't correlate that with like her doing her craft fair now. And we went and we set it up, and it was a whole thing. You pull around. It was in a church, so it was in an Episcopal church here, which was beautiful. So we pulled up, and you got to unload with all the other vendors and set it all up. And she was like afterwards, and she did fairly well for the amount of people and stuff there. And she, she when we got home, she was like, "That was not worth it." She was like, "That was really not worth it." And I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "You made some money, and you sold some of the things you made." She goes, "It took me weeks to get ready, and then you know we set up and this and that and the other." And she goes, "And then we were, it was." She was like, "And then it was like all about, you know, sitting there all day talking to people." And then she said, "And it was just not worth it." And I just thought to myself, "Oh my gosh, you guys." Hey, Val, Mele Kalikimaka to you too. Oh my gosh, I just laughed. I was thinking to myself, "Oh Lord, girl, like, you guys, it is what it is." So anyway, it was very funny. It was so, I just thought, well, there you go. There you go. This is like the worst trying to get all these little tiny threads off. Hi, Jean Peter. You're vegging in front of the TV today. Did you guys already have your Christmas with your grandkids? Jean's got the cutest grandkids, and they're little, so they all are into Christmas. Well, one of them's not little, but the others are. Hey, Barb. Merry Christmas. Tell her you went to your school craft fair and sold one. Ah, you made your feedback. The only really good thing about it, yeah, the germ factory that you're right. Um, the one good thing about it though, for her, Val, was that now when she goes to a craft fair, like, because I went around and bought a handful of things. Like I bought a couple pairs of earrings from one of the little girls that was there. And anyway, she was so funny. She was like, it was just, she was just like to giving me the 411. And I said, yeah. I said, now you know the life of a real maker and a real artist. So she says, yeah, well, the next time I go to one, I'm going to be more conscious of all of that. And I said, are you going to do one again for yourself? And she was like, no. Girls, I don't know. I think it was also, they didn't really advertise it very well. Okay, so like my makeshift press cloth, my my bath towel. All right, so I have to decide how big I want this little gift bag. I need two of them. I thought this tie was kind of wild. Oh, Lynn, I loved that picture that you put up of Elisa. She's so cute. She's gotten so big. So you guys, look, I even have to mark them in my house, fabric only, because somebody will mess with my scissors, and then that will not be good. All right, let me see. I thought I brought, of course I didn't bring a tape measure because that would make my life just way too easy. I thought I brought a tape measure with me. I didn't. Well, I have this. All right, let's see. How big do I want it? Let's see. Well, the other thing I could do is I could make it a bigger piece of fabric if I sewed it together. That I could do too. I might do that. It was the party. She looked so cute in those reindeer ears. I take it back. I got Blake a $5 um tack toolbox. I went to we have a cool thing here called the tool library. I don't know if you guys have one of those where you are. And he's been he was a finished carpenter, so he's been doing all kinds of jobs like that right now. And the tool library you can go borrow, just like you can borrow a book from a regular library, you can go borrow a tool for a week. And although I know at some point he'll probably, have all of his own things, sometimes, like you need something for a specific job. And he's building this outdoor swing for this family, and it's really beautiful. And he needed a belt sander, and he didn't have one. So he said to me yesterday, he said, "You want to go with me?" Because he goes all the time, but I never go. And he said, "Do you want to go with me to the tool library?" And I said, "Sure." So went to the tool library, and they have a part of the tool library. I'm going to just use it I'm going to iron it on this. They have a part of the tool library where people donate and the money just goes to because it's a nonprofit, goes to keeping it open. And so when he was getting his belt sander, I was just looking around, and they have all kinds of cool things there. And then they have a little area where, like I said, people donated stuff. And so they had this really cool, you guys, I kind of coveted it because it was like this old Craftsman, big old metal toolbox. Like I would put my art supplies in it. And it was $5. So that was my big Christmas purchase, aside from whatever I've gotten my kids, the $5 toolbox. You saw a meme with the padlock on your sewing machines? Yes. The meme on your padlock sewing machine. Yes. On your fabric only scissors. Absolutely. I'm just thinking, you guys, it still has all that thread over here. So if you guys are going to make anything last minute, what would it be? What would be your last minute stuff? What would it be? Well, I did make one Christmas tree skirt. I'll show you the starting of a second one, and then I decided I'm going to do it differently, and I'm going to take it all apart. Because like when you have the flu or whatever, how you just aren't thinking clearly. Like I just was not thinking clearly. Hey Joyce, Merry Christmas, girl. Thanks for coming to hang out. Are any of you guys friends with Mary Marlowe on Facebook? If you are, would you send her the link? Because I think I remember her saying that she was going to be alone on Christmas. Well, this year's Christmas is vastly better than last year's for me because at least I have my family. Last year I didn't have anybody. Went to a friend's house, which I had a wonderful time at their house. But you guys, it's a decided difference to like when you have your family and you're like all doing your thing. Then when you get dressed up to go to somebody's house for dinner, or it's like a lot of. I don't know. Saying that, my mother always had an open door policy on the holidays for anybody. I did it when my kids were younger and when we lived in New York City. I always did a Christmas. I did a Christmas Eve thing, and then I did a New Year's Eve thing, and I did Thanksgiving. So that way, like, because we had lots of single friends in New York that didn't often go home for Christmas and stuff like that. So, and I can remember like when I moved, one of my friends was like, "Where are we going to go for New Year's Eve?" When I moved to Hawaii, I was like, "Well, maybe you need to start because you guys, it's a lot of work when you have parties like that, cooking for every different kind of person and their food things." Hey, Dana, Merry Christmas. You still got to make a card for a lady who is cooking you dinner. Oh, that's so sweet. You stole Bradley's blood pressure cuff and they stopped working, and I'm gonna sew some journals out of them. Oh my gosh, that would be so awesome. Jamie, I have a box of stuff for you. I'm sorry, girl. Because I wanted to put some other stuff in it. And because I was so bad, I felt so bad that one of the things that I was going to put in your box, I can't find it. And Val, I was going to stick something in, just something little in your wallpaper books, but before I could even do it, Blake had already made the box and closed it up. So it was like he's like a fast packer, like he was a fast packer and fast take it apart. Your friend moved to Hawaii a few months ago. Her dad is Hawaiian. She wanted to experience the culture. Oh, beautiful. Where does she live in Hawaii? Okay, you can talk now. You were cleaning the kitchen and the girls had a great Christmas morning. Oh, that's so awesome. You're not going anywhere. Girl, I'm telling you, I'm not my New Year. I don't know if there's such thing as a New Year's resolution for me because I'm terrible at keeping them, but I'm going to stay on top of my health this year because you know, honestly, since I moved here, it has not been, I've been sick, you know? So I fell down the stairs twice, my Calamity Jane or whatever. Fell down the stairs twice, dislocated my knee, hurt my leg. That was a whole fiasco. And I don't know. And I've had, you guys, I have like some sort of, I didn't have it as a kid, but I have some sort of adult asthma. Like it's usually, I remember getting it. Got it when I was in Hawaii, and sometimes I would get it when I would have it really bad when the volcano on the Big Island was erupting, and then the trade winds would blow all the VOG. That's what they call it, volcanic ash in the air. They call it VOG, VOG. I got it. But since I've been here, I've had more reoccurrences of it, and I have to tell you that's quite frightening. I'm sure anybody that has asthma will jump in. All of a sudden you can't breathe. Well, me getting sick really on top of it all was not, yeah. Okay, yeah, I don't know, you guys. What I may do is I may sew these together. Let me just figure out how big I want the bag first. How big I want the little gift bag. You're going to have to head off. Oh, Merry Christmas, Barb. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. And we love you and happy holidays. And I hope to see you again soon. Mold testing? Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't think about that. I don't think we have any mold, but you never know. Santa brought all kinds of goodies. No junk, though. Craft kits, things that will teach them. They got a digital camera. Oh, my gosh, that's so awesome. Your Santa was amazing. Oh, no, you'll be photographed like a celebrity. Oh, yes, I remember those days. And you guys, Guys, I'm drinking black coffee now. Like, did you guys ever think I never thought I would be like the black coffee person, but I am. I'm all into the black coffee right now. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off the widest part. Let's see. You know, I should find, if I have something to make a lining with, maybe I'll line it. But if I don't, you guys, neckties are the bomb. I'm sorry. I'm like so into it. I got all these crazy neckties. I've had them for a while. And remember, I don't know if you guys ever did this, but in the like 80s, 90s, we made like, you would sew them into your blue jeans, or you would sew them like, you would sew, you know what I mean? You would sew them. Let me see if I can, let me see. Maybe I'll just use this as a make a pattern. You could sew that, you could sew them, you know, you would make skirts out of them and vests. And I don't know, was that the 80s, the 90s? Guys, it was at some point. Okay. It's going to be my pattern. I'll figure it out first. So I've made them, I've used them in crazy quilts. Have you guys ever used anything like that? You could make some journal covers with them. They're not all ties are created equal. So not all, let me see. Not all ties are created equal. So you know, if you're going to use them and use them together, you just need, some of them are knits and some of them are rayons and some of them are silks and that sort of thing. So I think a 4-inch one is probably just fine. Let's see. 4-inch. Let's go. So yeah, that is, so I have all these ties. So I made a couple Christmas tree skirts. And then, have you guys ever seen that quilting pattern called the Dahlia? Have any of you guys ever seen that? It looks like a dahlia flower. Well, I was gonna get, I started was the optimal word, to get like cut the pattern out. You guys, it is so complicated. But I thought, oh my God, this would make the most beautiful Christmas tree skirt. Because I don't even have a pencil over here. This would make the most beautiful Christmas tree skirt, this dahlia pattern, right? It's like a quilt pattern, but I was going to do it from neckties. And I cut it out. And I was getting on it. You guys, that has to be for like next year, because okay, I think this is big enough for my pattern. I think that was perfect for my pattern. That has to be for next year because it's just too much. At some point, you plan to turn your dad's ties into angel ornaments. Oh, that's nice. You saved a video on Facebook. Ooh, send it to me. You have to go delete 42. Hey, but look on the bright side of it, Malia. At least that's what it is. Because can I tell you, when my oldest daughter was little, you guys, she went to this school and they had like this like summer camp kind of thing. You guys, I had 9, and they had cats there, and she was very into cats. I had 9 million cat butt pictures. Okay, seriously, 9 million cat butt pictures. Okay, so be happy that you're not in that part. Okay, you don't have 9 million cat butt pictures. Hey, Cassandra, you made a skirt out of ties. Okay, was it the 80s, Cassandra? Was that when we were doing it? Can you remind me of when we were making those? I remember I made a vest. I made a vest out of some. I made a skirt. I made I don't know, you guys. I've made all kinds of, so I'm back into it. I guess I'm reverting back to the 90s. Okay. That's what I'm reverting back to the 90s or the 80s or whenever we did it. So goodness. Ridiculous, right, Cassandra? Ridiculous. I might have to make it a little bigger than this. You know what I'm going to do? Let me pull this. This is not easy to cut. And it's definitely not easy to cut up in the air. You know, not when you're on a flat surface. So, yeah. It's like, it was the 80s or the 90s that we made it, right? I think so. The 80s or the 90s. We were making recycled necktie. Because when did people stop really wearing neckties? I mean, aside from like older gentlemen nowadays, does anybody even wear neckties? I mean, who wears neckties nowadays? Anybody at all? Anybody at all? I know this is not cut straight, but it's not going to really matter. I can go back and fix it when I sew it. Does anybody at all wear neckties? I don't even think so. I don't think anybody wears neckties. No. Not often. Your son has a big collection of them? Oh, that's great. A wedding, maybe? Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses wear ties? Okay. I'll take your word for it, Val. But don't you remember, like, when, like, buying somebody a tie was, like, a big deal? Like, you'd buy somebody, like, a crazy, like, you'd buy your dad, or you'd buy your brother, or you'd buy somebody a really crazy tie, and everybody would wear it. Okay. Let me see. Maybe just... I don't think I have a lining. All right. I'm going to sew this one. We're going to see how it comes out. If it doesn't come out good, then I'll make another one. The beauty of ties. I don't even have any pins to pin my stuff. All right. This is how non-conforming. I don't even think I have any pins in here. Nope, I don't. I don't even have any pins in here. So COVID was the end of wearing them. You see a lot of men in downtown. They wear them and working in high rises. Oh, okay. Guys, I don't know. I'm not up on it anymore. So, all right. The other thing I need to decide before I sew it together. Maybe I should line it. Let me see if I have anything to line it with because it's so flimsy. You guys here, I'll show you one of the starts of one of my, here was the start of another one of my Christmas tree skirts. I don't know if you can see it really good, but it was all, I've got all these red ties. This was one, and then I have another one. Another one that I started. So it's going to be cool. Like, look at the bottom of them, and it does look good. And I think what I've decided, because it's super heavy, the one I made, the one that I finished was so heavy, thinking I might take them apart, and then they won't be so heavy. I need a piece of lining fabric, you guys. I don't even know if I have anything down here. Oh, I don't have any. How do I not have anything? I don't. Guys, what is going on with me? Oh, you know what? I have the inside of the tie. Let's see if I can do. Let's see if that cut's big enough for one of these gift bags. Not really. It is not quite big enough. Well, let me just sew it together and we'll see how it comes out. Sewing machine might be loud, you guys. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. All right, here goes nothing. You guys, I bought this sewing machine a few years ago and I brought it from Hawaii. I bought it at Costco. It's like a Brother. It's a Brother XR3340. And I have to tell you, I'm not big on Brother sewing machines, but this one's a good one. All right, let me see if I have any. I don't even think I have any cord. Let's see. That won't go with it. Let's see, does it have? If I had black cord. Do I not have any black cord? Guys, I got down here with nothing. Nothing. So I was gonna just sew a little piece in on the other side. Just like a piece of, maybe I'll use this lining. Or maybe I'll just use this. Let's see. I need a piece of something to tie it with. It's going to be cute, though. I was going to go ahead and sew it in. I can just sew it in afterwards. It doesn't matter. I'll have to go look for some black cord or something. I thought I had something down here. Oh, I have some. I do. I have some thread. Not thread. Yarn. I have some yarn. We'll tie it with the yarn. Maybe it won't be the prettiest, but it won't matter. Anyway. You need to talk about making the ring for your mom. She wants a ring with a black pearl. Jamie, I don't know if I have any black pearls anymore. I'll happily make your mom a ring. I'm trying to think of like where have I seen? Okay, so when you're making your like little drawstring or whatever, mine's not gonna be a drawstring, it's just gonna be a string around it. You want to put it on the inside, and I'm just gonna put it like, I don't know, put it an inch down and leave the whatever you want to call it, the loops on the inside like that. If I was still in Hawaii, you know what? Yeah, just holler at me and I'll see if I can find, all the places that I bought stones from on Maui they're burned. I lived in that town, you guys, that caught on fire. That's where my daughter went to school, both of them. And I'll just have to look for it, Jamie. I did when I went to Australia a million years ago. And I bought some South Sea pearls there when I was there. But I think I used them all in all the jewelry that I made over the years. I don't think I have any left, but I'll look. If she has the pearl, I can certainly make her a ring. But you can't find a pearl. I don't know. Yeah, let me know. Right. Let's see how this came out. If I can find my pinking shears, then I'm golden. I can pink the top of it, and I can pink the top of the thing. Hey, Riri, Merry Christmas. How are you? Okay, here we go. One little gift bag down. If I have my pinking shears, which I will go look for them at some point. I'm not going to look for them now. And my pinking shears, I'll just pink the top, the part that pinking the top, and that's one little gift bag down. I'm going to iron it. And then we made one. Now one more to go. And if you guys were like smarter than me, you'd be making your gift bags. You'd be making your gift bags not on Christmas Day. You'd be making your gift bags. You'd be making your gift bags way ahead of time. Oh, I'll have to look at that. That's a good idea. Thanks for letting me know, Val. Have you guys seen those Edison pearls? I had a customer ask me to make them a ring from one of those Edison pearls. Have you guys seen them? They're the brightest pink pearl. I don't know exactly where, I don't know the history of them. I don't know where they come from. I don't know anything like that, and I used to make what was a big, huge seller for us in Hawaii, or for me in Hawaii, was, seashell bracelets. But I also did them with pearls. But Lynn's saying, what, not the end of the yarn and comb the untied part to tassel it out? Oh, I could do that. Riri, what's going on with you? Sorry, guys. Okay. One gift bag down. And one to go. Oh my God, Riri, I had no idea. All right, one tiny little pouch down, and another one to go. I should have probably found one of those ties that was like one of those knits, because those are way easier to sew than this. Way easier. Well, not necessarily the sewing part, but the taking it apart part. Okay. Gift bag number 2 coming up. So tell me, what else you girls, anybody going to craft today? You going to take some time for yourself and craft it all? I'm going to go ahead and sew it, and then I'll cut it square. Maybe I should cut it right now. Anybody going to do anything fun for yourself besides the cooking and the cleaning? You're trying a new Christmas meatloaf thingy? Like what? You know what? I used to have Christmas every year with these friends of ours, and they were vegetarian. And I used to make a nut loaf. And I have to tell you, it was so freaking good that, I mean, even people that weren't vegetarian ate it. It was like hazelnuts and walnuts and pecans, garlic. I can't remember all of it. It was I probably have the recipe somewhere. It was good though. And your family, you like the yarn? Then it's what I have. It's like one of those things where you're like, okay, this is what I get from making a last minute, doing a last minute thing. This is what I get. You guys, I did get my I don't know what my older daughter gave us. She made us something, and it's in our Christmas tree, little tiny present. But my middle daughter sent me a whole photo album of her wedding photos, which I have to tell you was like the best. She got married during COVID. And she sent me a whole photo album of all of the photos. And you guys, that was like the best gift for me. That was like the most perfect gift. That was so good. It was just a perfect gift for me. So, I mean, I told him I didn't want anything. Because you guys, I don't need anything. Are you guys to that stage of your life where you don't need anything? And if I did, I'd get it myself. But handmade is always good. Anything handmade I love, but I just didn't want them spending any money on me. Any unnecessary money on me. You know, and now I think back about it. I mean, did you guys ever have like, I remember my in-laws were like, "No, buy us anything." And I used to like, when I was first married to my kid's dad, I used to feel kind of bad because I was like, it's Christmas or whatever. But they weren't into handmade like I was into like I'm into handmade. So I would make them stuff, but now it's like I completely understand my mother-in-law's ideas of like I don't need anything. So I completely get it when people say, I don't want anything. And you're just like, what? But I get it. You're going to make corn casserole and go back to bed. Ooh, corn casserole sounds good. Your family got COVID. Oh my God. Cassandra, I'm so sorry. And your mom, so you and your mom are staying in the city? I don't blame you. Girl, after going to that craft fair and me getting sick again, I was like, oh no. I was like, we've got to like, I got to like not do this anymore. Because that just, yeah. Guys, all that, and one day putting myself into that space and getting sick was not cool. Not cool. You think the best thing for older folks is they don't need anything is food or a gift card? Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's really sad though. Really sad, Val, is I don't have any family left. I mean, I have my sister and I have a cousin, and that's it. I really don't have. I mean, and my sister, like I usually make her something or get her something or do something, but girls, I was so not feeling well. I was like, not happening. Just not happening. I'm not doing it. And I told her, and she was like, "Oh, please," like she's like me. It's like she doesn't need anything either. They do, and I think this is a really smart thing to do. They do. Their kids do a secret, like they pick. They have. She's got 4 kids, and they all have their own person, their significant others, and so they all draw names and include the parents. So everybody buys one thing. So that's a good thing. Except my sister, she kind of does. She kind of breaks the rules a little bit, and she like buys everybody a pair of pajamas or something. She can't help herself. But okay, the one thing about sewing on with silk or silk-like material, it is so slippery, and it can just, yeah. You make your sister's angels, made from wood biscuits. Ooh, Dana, you have to share it with us. I want to see. You guys, I had every intention of. I had all this Christmas ornaments I was going to make for my family and stuff. Like I was going to make my sister's kids all one and my kids some. You guys, I couldn't even do it. I could not even get. I couldn't even. It was no. It just didn't happen. None of it happened. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get to it. I couldn't even, like, it was not even a possibility. I was like, I'm telling you. I was gonna make them all, because occasionally when they were little, I used to make them all stuff, pajamas and different things, and I don't know. I used to make them all kinds of hats and you name it. Yeah, I'm telling you, this flu kicked my butt, and I was like, okay, there is no. It just made me go, okay, next year if I want if I want to have gifts, I better start now. If I'm going to make gifts. You're going to Sanibel Island? How beautiful. I hope you have a great time. Yeah, you can only do what you can do. You're right about that. I'm excited for you, Dana. That'll be super fun. Good for you. All right. Let me get this one going. Guys, can you tell how not myself I am? Can you tell how not myself I am? 2 little gift bags shouldn't have taken more than like 2 minutes. But I guess it would have probably helped if I'd have brought pens and if I'd brought like other things, like, you know what I mean, pens and clips or whatever to get it all done. But I didn't do it. I did not do it. The shuffling you hear is Blake. He's shuffling. He walks louder than anybody I know. He shuffles around. He's got big old feet. But you know what he did this morning? He got up and he cleaned my kitchen, you guys. I went to bed last night. I made that chicken parm and it was so good. And I made sauce in the Instant Pot, which guys, I was anti Instapot. I use that. Instant Pot's probably one of the main things I use all the time. And yeah, one of the main things I use all the time. And I just went to bed. You guys, I tried to stay up. It was just not happening. I still don't feel 100%, but I'm feeling so much better than I did. So I'll take that. I'll take feeling so much better than I was. Wouldn't you guys take that too? Okay, I think I am done with this gift bag. Yeah. It took me longer to take apart the tie than it did to make the gift bag. But I think the tie is pretty cool. I think the tie is very cool. And it was a great reuse for a tie. And here's a little piece that goes in it. And if I was smart, I would have brought buttons or something like that, but I didn't. You make yogurt in yours? Oh, I've never made yogurt in mine. How is that? Vera walks like a buffalo. Oh my God. No, it's just like, I don't think he realizes he's got big feet. He had an epiphany this year, or maybe it was last year, I don't know, that he thought his foot was like a size 10 and a half or something like that. I don't know. And then I don't know what he realized his foot is a size 12. So he'd been wearing shoes that were too small, probably his whole life. Okay, 2 tiny gift bags. Voila! You sent me a picture on Facebook? Oh, good. I'll look for it. You guys, 2 tiny gift bags. I did it. 2 tiny gift bags. Yay. And I have lots of fabric left over that I can make more things out of, or more gift bags or whatever I was going to make. No, so he realized his foot, his whole life, he had been wearing shoes that were too small his whole life. And I was like, okay, I guess we as women are a little different because, we would know our We would know our shoe size. We would like go to a proper shoe store and get your foot measured. But also too, you know, when you have kids, I don't know if any of you guys had this happen, but when I had my girls, my shoe size changed. Did that happen for you guys? Thanks for the thumbs up, friends. You do, it's simple. It's simple. You do milk and a little Greek yogurt. He went up, yes. So my feet changed sizes. So I can't imagine. But I'm just saying, he really has big feet. He really has big feet, and he walks, he clumps. He doesn't know he clumps, though. He does not know he clumps. Oh my God, Dana, that is beautiful. Oh my God, do I have my phone over here? I don't even have Facebook on my phone, okay? Hang on a second. Let me see if I can take a picture of this. Dana, you have to give us a class. I want to make one. Yeah, I better start now if I want one, okay? Because if I'm waiting for next year, that is not going to happen for me. Okay, I'm going to take a picture of it on my phone, from the computer on my phone, and then I'm going to show you guys, okay? This is amazing. All right, let me see. Thanks for a thumbs up. What do you guys think? Can you see it? Wait. Can you see it? Isn't it amazing? Oh my God, Dana, it's gorgeous. Like, look, I had those biscuits, those. Oh, Dana, I have to make one. You guys, I made a seashell angel once. It came out really amazing. One of my kids has it on her tree. Oh my gosh, Dana, that is gorgeous. I'm not doing it justice on my lighting in here and everything. Ooh, that's a better angle. Can you guys see it better now? Is that a glare? Oh my God, Dana, fabulous. All right, girl, you're giving us a class in angel making. That is amazing, Dana. It's made of wood biscuits. You know, the things that you put. So like when you miter, I'm not a woodworker, but I've seen Blake do it. You know, like when you join things together, you join it together with biscuits, and they're like these little wood pieces like this. You get them at a hardware store, and you hammer them in, put another piece of wood. Anyway, yeah. You used a cone base and you glued the biscuits to from the bottom to the top. It's amazing. It's stunning, Dana. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Your earlobes got smaller? What, as you lose weight? It's gorgeous. I'm going to have to try to make one. I'm definitely going to make one. I'm definitely going to make one. I might make one really big gift bag. Let me see. Guys, how long have you guys all been crafting? I still cannot cut a straight line. Can anybody else jump in on that with me? I've been sewing my whole life. I need a rotary cutter and a ruler. How many of you guys are like that? I need a rotary cutter and a ruler. And are you guys what do you guys think about that? It doesn't take really long. Well, Dana, that's on my crafty wish list, you guys. Okay, so what's on your crafty wish list this year? What is on your crafty wish list this year? You guys have to tell me what's on your crafty wish list. Like what, meaning like crafting, like the thing that you want to put. You can't even cut straight with a ruler. You guys, I'm the worst. What was I trying to cut the other day? And I was like, it was so not. It was not straight. I really like this tie though. It's so funky and everything. Like, I don't know that I would have ever worn it as a tie, but the fabric itself is pretty cool. So yeah. You know, one thing that I am really and the other thing that I'm using now that I hardly used, You want to make your first quilt English paper piece? Oh my gosh, Joyce, that is amazing. I have made an English paper piece quilt, and it's a lot of work. um, oh, that's what I was going to show you guys. Oh, where is it? Oh no. All right. Next time we get together, I'll show you. I made a small rag bag and gave that as a gift, and I made an extra one for myself. Oh, I know what I made. I got, you guys, you know me. I got to recycle. I got to reuse. I got to like that. I don't know why that's my jam, but that is my jam. Okay. I got all of these feed sacks from this lady. Like I thought when she showed up, this is my MO, and it's so ridiculous. Remember when I got all those fabric sample books in Maui? Like I saw a Facebook picture or whatever. It wasn't even on Facebook. It was like on Craigslist, and it says must take all. And it looks like there's 20 books. And I got there and it ended up being like 3 carloads. Anyway, so I sent, and so I was trying to help, like thinking about like, because the school that Seisha goes to is very alternative. It's like sort of a hippie school based on a little Waldorf Montessori kind of things. And, you know, they have a farm and they have all these things, and she has to do this fundraiser. She has to make like, I think the trip is about $3,000, and the kids themselves have to make like half of it, like show that they earned it themselves. So I was like, okay, well, we did her school fair. She doesn't want to do that. But so they do these bake sales and all these things. But I saw this lady had advertised on Facebook or Free Cycle feed bags. And I thought, oh, that would be great. I will show her how to sew shopping bags out of feed bags. And, you know, she can sell them at her little school whenever they do their, you know, weekly market thing. She can sell them for, I don't know, $5 each, and knowing that the money is going to their trip, right? So I say, Blake, I go, he's out working in this area of town. And I go, how far are you from wherever this lady lives? And he's like, oh, not far. And he goes, so I message her and I said, I would like a few. Now she shows this picture and it looks like there's 3, 5. And I'm thinking, oh, this is great. You know, this is a great reuse, you know, recycle, repurpose, you know, rinse and repeat kind of thing. So he goes to get them and calls me from there. And he has a truck that has like, you know, it's like a 4-seater, you know what I mean? It has like a back seat, a big back seat. And he goes, my entire back seat from the bottom to the top is filled with feed bags. You guys, like the lady, it was just like that. I don't even know how many I have. So I did cut apart a couple of them and I washed them, because you have to wash them because they have a funky smell to them, you know, chicken feed, goat feed, and dried them out. And I made a few. So I'll have to show you guys that next time. So I'll have to show you my feed sack ridiculousness next time. But it was good. It wasn't bad. Yes, you guys, I can't do anything. Like anything I do has to be like all in or not at all. Oh, this was the other thing. So I wanted to, let me see if this is even going to work. So many years ago, I made Christmas ornaments for a friend, and you take a picture of their photograph. And I think I did it with a regular photograph like that I was printed like at Walgreens or something, you know, or CVS or whatever it was back then. And then I used, and I want to say that I used Liquitex matte medium, but I don't know. I don't remember what I used for them. So I thought I would try and do this. And this is just with a photocopy. We'll see if it comes out. We'll see if it works. I tried to do it. You guys, I did it last year for a friend. I did it. I made some Christmas ornaments for her. The people that I went to have the dinner with last year, I made her a Christmas ornament for her daughter and her dad. Her dad had passed away when her daughter was really little, and she used to post this picture of her dad, and she used to post this picture of her dad and everything on Facebook. You know, like she used to post it on Facebook every year, and and you know, and saying she missed him. So I made her a Christmas ornament out of it. I did it on a wooden, I think a wooden tag, or wooden something. I think it was wooden, you guys. I don't know. I don't remember. But I thought I would try this. So what I did was I took a Xerox or a Xerox, just a regular printer photo, and I used Liquitex matte medium because that's what I had. Just the regular one, not the thick one. And I think it's going to come out. And if it does, you could do this with all your family pictures, and you can make. Hopefully, it's going to come out. You can make Christmas ornaments. I tried to do it on jar lids, and I have successfully done it on metal before, but for whatever reason, I could not. The particular one that I was working with didn't. It was not a success, so I didn't continue the experiment. I think if you're going to do it on jar lids, you know what I didn't realize, and I'm talking about like throwaway jar lids. I'm not talking about flat ball jar lid inserts. I don't think they all have a thing, which I had never really noticed. You know, like when you can things, like when you're canning, how they have like a divot or something in them that sort of like a raised thing. Guys, I think it's going to work. What do you think? It's going to be translucent, but I got to clean it up a little bit more. It has bunches of layers of paper on it, but I think, and you could hang it in your window too. And this is just a really inexpensive Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree thing. So it's sort of fiddly, but I think if I keep going, it'll be good. What do you guys think? It's like translucent. So and you wouldn't put anything behind it. I'm gonna have to take the glass out, but I gotta let it dry a little bit, and then I'll fiddle with it some more, get the more paper pulp off. CVS bought out longs and with a condition that keeps the long same. You love your feed sack. These are those plastic ones, Jamie. They're indestructible. I don't think they wear out. Like, I don't think they break down. Guys, I'm telling you. This year's Christmas crafting did not go as planned because I was too ill to Christmas craft. So I'll do this again with you guys with another photo or something. This has got some glass. This has some, and you can get small ones. This one has. I'm gonna have to wipe it off. This one has the glass is very sharp, so when you take it out of the frame, but you guys get the idea, right? So it'll be like you'll be able to see through it and hang it. So when you hang it on your tree, the light comes through it, like, You keep finding those feed sacks buried all over your yard? Really? Wow. You can't cut a straight line with a ruler either. You guys, I love you. Well, I'm going to say adieu, and I'm going to go and think my girl just got up. So now we're going to go have our Christmas. And then maybe I'll come back on and craft with you tonight. I made these really cute, I don't have them in front of me, but I'll find them. If you want to craft along, if I get to come back on tonight and you want to craft along with me, you need an envelope, some paper, and some napkins. And so I taught my last class that I taught the kids for the holidays. We made these little, I call them like grocery store books, or like little books, little journals you'd put in your purse. And I showed the kids how to do them. We did them with a glue stick, an envelope, and paper. And I showed them, we did a simple 2 or 3 hole pamphlet stitch. And you could, if you have a long arm stapler, you could do that too. But it just made super cute, like super cute hostess gifts, or super cute, like, like you want to give somebody something little, but you don't want, or you give them a gift card or something and you want to put it in something, you could put it in this little book. And so I made it with the kids, and one of them messaged me and said that they made a ton of them and they gave them as Christmas. So anyway, I love you girls. Merry Christmas, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for the thumbs up. And if I get to come on tonight, I will. And anyway, love you all. Yes, Mele Kaliki Maka. And as always, from my heart to your heart, I'm always sending you so much aloha. Until next time, bye for now.